One of the easiest ways to trading, especially if you are a day trader like myself, I am using supply and demand. That's the style and strategy of how I trade. Is simply looking at things from a top-down analysis across multiple charts. Okay. Now, if you're someone that uses, say, time charts or range bar charts like myself, all you really need to do is identify what chart you're going to use from a higher standpoint. Okay. And the purpose of doing that is to figure out what the structure look like globally across from a broader perspective. Okay. Because the purpose of really behind that is to determine, is the market trending in one particular direction, meaning bullish or bearish, or is it moving sideways? Because the market can typically just move it can only move three directions. Okay. So if we are bullish to the upside on my charts, okay, my higher range chart, then I'm only interested in taking trades going along, and then vice versa if we are trending to the downside. All right. Now you have to be able to identify and understand structure. I talk about structure so much here on my channel because it is extremely important to identify, which way is the market moving? What does structure look like? Because that is the telltale sign that's going to let you know, should I be going long? Should I be going short? And if you have a hard time reading the charts, then you're going to fail and fail over and over again. Because simply put, how can you actually trade if you do not know the direction? All right, you're trading blind then. You're just taking trades by luck, okay? So I'm here I really want to share with the knowledge and information and specific to how I trade surrounding supply and demand, because I'm using a top-down approach. I always start with the 120 range bar chart on the NASDAQ futures, for example. Now, I do trade other markets like the ES, which is the E-mini S&P 500, the gold futures, but I'm looking at this particular chart here, the NASDAQ right now, right? So what I'll do is I'll use my 120, my higher base chart. So whatever higher time frame chart you're using, use that. For example, maybe you're using like a 5-minute chart as an entry chart, and then maybe like a 60-minute from a higher standpoint. I'm not saying that range bars and time-based charts are compatible in any kind of way, because they're not. They calculated and move absolutely different. Time charts, you should know if you trade them, are bars open and close based on a specific amount of time that has passed. Okay, range are calculated differently than time. Okay, so if you're trying to look for something that's comparable, you're not going to find it. All right, so I trade range bar charts. When looking at a higher perspective, I see nothing but a bullish transition, or not transition, but a continuous move to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows as we move back to the upside. Okay, so we're in a trend, and you should be able to determine this simply by just putting it into a channel. Okay, look, the channel says or shows that we're moving to the upside. You can see this with your own eyes. Okay, the market's making highs, higher lows, making new highs, pulls back, got a slight retracement here or pullback, breaking more structure, making new highs, pulling back. So it's just making structure and creating new highs each time that it breaks structure above the most previous high. Okay, so we're very bullish to the upside. So for example, when I see things like that, my mind is geared to only look for long opportunities within the market. So first and foremost, the easy approach is to determine the overall trend or direction of the market. Bullish, look for demand setups, which are key areas of aggressive buying back at key zones. And I'm going to show you an example here of a zone that I threw out and I talked about today on the Discord. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is down in the description portion of the video. But I put this setup out today over in the Discord, telling people, hey, if the market broke above this area here and pulled back to this demand zone, which I said I would love to see it do, this would be a great and ample opportunity to continue taking trades going to the upside, because we're already bullish overall on the higher base chart. So if we look at things right here, the market made highs, higher lows, highs, it came down, broke below that low there. We got a low right here, right? But then the market goes back up and breaks structure right here. So this is just a short-term pullback before the market breaks structure back above and closes and makes a new high right here. So then we get this low, lower high situation. Low, okay, so we break structure below here, lower high, break structure below here. This is a pullback right here to this key area of, say, for example, supply, and the market does react in that area there, okay? But ultimately, we're bullish overall, so I'm looking for opportunities to take trades going long with the market and not short, because the market has not reversed from the upside. A reversal is where you have that pattern where you have like a shoulder, left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder pattern when we have like the market making have this low here, a head, which is right here, the top, the high, makes a low, breaking below the shoulder, the left shoulder here, a lower high, making a right shoulder, and then breaking lower there. That's, to me, tells me that the market's reversing. So we haven't done that. Okay, we don't have that pattern going on. So the market starts doing what? Makes highs, higher lows, highs. The moment it makes this high right here, we broke above this area structure with that break to the upside, and this above this high here, we broke above that structure right there. So now we have a new high. The market pulls back, it breaks above that high there when it pushes here, and now we have a demand zone right here. So when it pulls back to this key area of demand, as I stated, if it breaks this high right here and pulls back to this area of demand, I would be interested in going long. So what do? I mark my charts up off my higher base charts first. Okay, these are the best setups. When you find demand or supply, in this case here it was demand, setups on a higher chart, okay, guess what? Those are going to hold more true than when you start scaling down and moving down and trying to trade directly off of a lower chart. There's going to be so much choppiness. There's going to be so much price action that's going to make it difficult when you start moving down to really, really low charts, okay? But we do use a lower chart to get into the trade with. It just provides us with a more refined approach to taking the trade. Yes, can you take this trade off of this high probability demand area right here? Yes, you can. On the pullback right here, you can take it from a higher chart. But I'm going to tell you this now. When you start moving up into higher charts, one candle could be a lot of points. Like this break right here on this green candle when it closes to the upside, once it rejects that demand zone, that's 30 points within that one candle. So if you don't have the capital to weather the storm of a pullback of that much, you could get stopped out, your count can get busted, and that's it. Close shop, right? So I'm not saying you can't trade from the higher base chart because people always ask me that, but you definitely want to. I like to look for a more refined approach or more of a refined entry point from the higher range. So mark the high, figure out the direction, mark the higher range chart first. This is valid demand, pulls back to it. And then once I start retracing back to that zone there on the higher range chart, I'll just move down to my lower chart, which is my 24 range chart, to look for an opportunity to trade, go along. Okay. So this is what it looks like. We're moving down. We're making lows, lower highs, lows, lower highs, lows, lower highs, breaking structure right here to the downside. Then we get this bullish run back to the upside right here, where it takes out some levels as it's going to the upside. But ultimately, it comes back down and it breaks structure below that low right there. And it moves right into this area of this larger box here. That's the high probability zone from the higher chart. Now, once it does that, it tapped here into this zone here. I knew already, look, we're bullish here, making highs, higher lows to the upside, on the higher chart. So when it retraces and taps into the zone right here, what I'm looking for at that point is it going to show me some bullish directional shift back to the upside? Because I want to show me where it's taking structure out with, swings going higher, so I can look for an opportunity for a demand setup on the lower chart, okay? So basically you're looking for demand or supply, in this case here demand, on your higher chart first, depending on what the direction is the market looks like overall from the higher chart structure, okay? Then mark the zone up on the higher chart. As the market retraces back to that zone, then in this case here, we're looking for, because it was a demand setup on the higher chart, look for a demand setup or an area of demand to trade going along with the overall direction of the higher chart. So the market retraces back to the zone. Okay, we tap it. We got to run to the upside. That's a high. Higher low. Break structure above this high here. Blow it up a little bit. Above that high there. Not only did we break structure above that high there, but we also took out this high right here. Okay, so now we're moving bullish to the upside. It leaves behind this area of demand, as you can see right here, right? So this would be a valid demand zone to take a trade from, okay, in this area right here. So you see we have the market tapping into the higher range demand zone marked in that green outline box. And then we identify, once the market starts showing us bullish direction, breaking shifts, or breaking structure, not shifts, breaking structure back to the upside right here, okay? Broke this high here, broke this high here. Okay, we must be moving to the upside because we're showing bullish activity. And because overall we are bullish on the higher chart, pulls back to this demand area here, I'm interested in going long, okay? Why? Again, because we have two valid demand zones, higher chart and lower chart, okay? This is the multi-time frame strategy that I talk about, or the multi-chart strategy that I talk about using top-down analysis. Very simple, okay? Nothing, too complex about it, okay? Now, if we go back and look at the higher chart, we're saying, okay, well, what do we think the market's going to go to? I would be taking a trade, looking for it to run this high, because when I'm looking to the left-hand side, I see, okay, it's got to fill this gap and this gap. The market has to fill those imbalances. A lot of people like to call them fair value gaps, okay? Whatever you want to call it, back to the upside. We're already structurally shifting back to the upside, or bullish to the upside. Pulls back here, and if we reject off here, I would definitely be looking for the market to push to the upside to fill in these gaps moving higher. As you can see here, once the market comes to this area here, okay, I'm interested. I got a directional market structure shift back to the upside here, pulling back to demand, and then I'm going to take the trade off this demand area here that's newly formed on the lower range chart or your lower chart, whatever it may be, if it's time chart. Reacts here, okay? I'm looking for it because on the lower chart, I see, okay, it's got to fill this imbalance, small imbalance here, all these little small imbalances back to the upside. And looking at the higher chart, we could definitely come up and fill, these imbalances here, but also take out that area, that high there, but definitely more so looking into the left-hand side, fill the imbalances resting back up to the upside. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? We're just taking trades off demand setup or supply setup, but will we have confirmation where we've got a higher range or higher chart demand zone and a lower chart demand zone, or a lower chart, a higher chart supply zone and a lower chart supply zone. Okay, we want things to be, have that confirmation there. All right, so the market reacts here. We take the trade. Again, we're aiming for take out the above these highs right here, because looking back at the higher chart, look, the market didn't take out any significant lows coming back to the downside. Okay, all right, as you see here, no lows taken out to the downside. So if the lows are being taken out, significant lows are being taken out, the market probably more likely is going to do what? Continue pushing higher. And you have to use logic and common sense when you see these type things. You just figure out structure, mark up your zone, look at what the charts, look at the chart, okay, and say, okay, there's some imbalances here. We're moving to the upside. We're in channel to the upside. Demand zone here. Why wouldn't you want to take that trade going to the upside once you get a market structure? Sorry about that. A market structure shift with bullish momentum back to the upside. That's what makes sense. This is very easy, okay? Now, some people have asked, okay, well, what are your settings when it comes to, range bars? All right, it's very simple, guys. You just, let me show you right quick. Let's say you want to set up or open up a new chart, okay? Just go to new on NinjaTrader, chart. You can, pick the instrument you want to trade. We'll do the NASDAQ. And then everything else here is pretty much the same. I'll leave that as last. Price under day series, price based on is last. I do change minutes to range unless you prefer to trade, range charts. Time-based charts. That's fine. Value for the higher chart is going to be 120, for example, right? Days to load, you can put 30. That's fine. Leave that as days. I changed this trading hours. Come down, scroll down to CME. You could do RTH, which is regular trading hours. If you don't want to start, if you're just interested in looking at the New York Stock Exchange, the opening there at 9:30, it's going to pick up and you'll see market movement, with data starting at 9:30. But because I like looking at the electronic trading hours as well, I'm going to go ahead and put CME, US Index Futures, ETH. Okay, that stands for electronic trading hours. Candlesticks, yes. All this I leave the same. And everything else at the bottom, I'll leave the same just as well. I don't touch anything else, okay? Plot executions, you can leave the markers on or off. I'm just going to turn them off there. But everything else, I'll leave the same. So the only thing I change is just type to range, value, 120 for the higher range chart. I'll show you in a second. Days, load data based on days, and then days of load 30. And then this trade, I changed the trading hours to CME, US Index Futures, ETH. Everything else, I'll leave the same. Click OK. And it should bring up this chart here for me on the 120 range once the data gets populated here. And then from there, if you want to set up another chart, you just go down to the bottom, okay, and do the same thing. If you want to set up your lower time or lower range chart, for me on the NASDAQ, it's 24 range. I will do the same process all over again. NASDAQ. Leave this as range and just change this to 24 and then make your changes down here at the bottom, okay? As far as days to low, like on the lower chart, maybe do 15 days, 10 to 15 days, it would be just fine. But I just want to show you how you can actually set up a chart pretty quick with the range bar settings that I use. Okay, now this is just setting up a naked chart with the bars on there, the candles on there, so you can be able to look at price action and look at structure as well. Okay, but that's pretty much all I have, guys. I cover the strategy and setups that I actually take. Like today, I made a video and posted it over on the Discord. So my trades, I will post them on the trading floor, and so will other people who are part of the Discord. But I'll go back and I'll break my trades down. There are tons of video content, educational video content, what I like to call it, surrounding trades that I've actually taken that I posted on the Discord. I break them down. Now, you may want to become a part of this community because it's very, very, very inexpensive, but highly, highly, highly valuable, because you're receiving within my trade breakdowns a step-by-step guidance where I'm showing you and talking to you why I took those trades. Okay, like today, I made a video. I took 2 trades. I broke them down in detail in reference to structure, price action, stop loss placement, and profit target areas. But we're looking at these trades and breaking them down as if you're sitting right next to me, so you can, grasp an understanding. So when you look at the charts, you know what to kind of look for. All right, but you're going to definitely need to want to back test and forward test the strategy just as well, because I can't make any guarantees to anyone. Trading is trading. Everybody sees things differently. You're going to have to, spend time on the charts, perfecting things, especially market structure. And that's why if you become a member of the private community where you get all my trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, and a great video surrounding market structure, that's you becoming, making the choice to become an elite supporter or an ultra elite supporter. You receive so much valuable information. So you may be saying, well, how much is it? It's only $6.99 a month. That's it. Break it down on a day. That's like 24 cents per day. Okay, but you're receiving so much valuable information surrounding a great supply and demand strategy that I use trading the range with range bars. Okay, I like trading range bars simply speaking because the range charts are just easier to see in terms of being able to look at price action. I can follow it better. I don't have to worry about all the small and large wicks and all these, across all my charts. They're just cleaner, okay? To me, they are. And not just to me, but to so many other people who are part of the Discord. Lots of people have shifted from time-based charts over to trading range bar charts now after spending some time and reviewing them and looking at them. They always send me a DM or send me a message saying, Mike, you were absolutely right. These are a lot cleaner than looking at the time-based charts. But, for each his own. But I just want to share that with you guys. But yeah, if you want to join and become and gain access to that private community and become an elite or an ultra elite supporter, we receive all that additional valuable content. I mean, loads and loads of valuable video content surrounding, the trades I take. And also my live recorded trading sessions where I go into detail and record my sessions and post them for the ultra elite. So if you want to become an ultra elite supporter, the choice is yours as well. There's a link down in the description. You click on it. It's titled Elite or Ultra Elite Supporter. Click on that and you'll see a couple tiers pop up. You'll see the Ultra Elite, the Elite and the Ultra Elite. As you click on each one, it's going to let you know the perks and rewards that you receive for each tier. This is all through the YouTube tier membership program. So very inexpensive for anyone that's interested, okay? The link is down below. That's all I have, guys. If you haven't taken the time to go ahead to subscribe to the channel, please make sure to sub by clicking that button down below. Make sure to turn your post notifications on so you do not miss any of the uploaded content here on the channel. And last but not least, please drop me a like on the video if you found some value in today's video content. Take care.